So good afternoon. Thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. We're here for a monumentous occasion here at the Brooklyn Hospital. I'm Lenny, Singletary, Senior Vice President of External Affairs, Marketing and Strategy for the Brooklyn Hospital Center. I'm pleased to introduce our speakers for the day. In this order, we'll have Senator Jabari Brisport, Senator Andrew Gounardes, Assemblymember Phara Souffrant-Forrest, and then our President and CEO, Gary Terrinoni, that will give remarks today for this momentous occasion. And let me start by introducing Senator Jabari Brisport.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here today. And it's a beautiful day to talk about these elevators, these escalators, for Brooklyn Hospital. It's hard to believe it's been 4 years since we saw the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, how it ravaged through our communities, and how we saw just how important a robust healthcare system was in our communities. And Brooklyn Hospital Center has been doing so much for our constituents and our communities out in Brooklyn for so long. And it's really important that we make it as accessible as we can to everybody who needs the services here. So when they reached out to help to our offices, this was a no-brainer to make sure that our hospital had what it needed to continue serving the people it serves so well. So I'm very happy to be able to be part of this in collaboration with my colleagues in state government, Assemblymember Phara Souffrant-Forrest and State Senator Andrew Gounardes. I want to thank Lenny Singletary for his incredible stewardship at this hospital. And again, just want to thank the hospital for keeping on. And it's onwards and upwards, and ultimately we'll look for even bigger ways to help the hospital and our healthcare system. I still want to push for the New York Health Act and ensure that we can guarantee healthcare to all of our New Yorkers, and also make it easier for our administrators at Brooklyn Hospital with less paperwork and less insurance companies to deal with. That is a battle for our future today, and today we celebrate the incredible infrastructure we're doing here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator. Next, I'd like to introduce Senator Andrew Gounardes, who's been a friend to the hospital and a supporter since the day we felt in his district, and it's an honor to bring him up now. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Lenny. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, rather. I'm State Senator Andrew Gounardes. Brooklyn Hospital is, by any definition, a core safety net hospital in the city of New York, and particularly here in this part of Brooklyn. Last year alone, the emergency department saw 30,000 patients. But there's a problem if the escalators aren't working and patients who need to access this critical safety net care are not able to actually get into the hospital to be treated. And that's why I'm so proud to join with my colleagues here, Senator Brisport and Assemblywoman Souffrant-Forrest, to help with a grant, state money, state capital grant, in the aggregate of $2 million, so that we can actually have new escalators here, so that the patients who depend on this hospital, the patients who need access to emergency care, the patients who have nowhere else to go, are able to get into the doors of this hospital, so that Brooklyn Hospital can continue to serve this community as they have for nearly 150 years, as they did tremendously during the pandemic, and as they're going to continue to do in the years to come. So I'm really proud that we're able to come together, support the hospital in this way, and to keep fighting to make sure that safety nets like this are able to continue to provide the critical care that is so necessary and so desperately needed in the communities that we represent. So thank you.
So next we have, under the category of saving the best for last, no knock against the other elections out of here, but Assemblywoman Phara Souffrant-Forrest has been a constant champion for the vital capital needs of Brooklyn Hospital. And early on, she was on the strong mantra that we need to have new boilers. We do. But in the middle of that, we had some issues with our escalators. And so she rallied up the support of her colleagues to help us get to this moment in time. And so with that, we want to introduce Assemblymember Phara Souffrant-Forrest. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Assemblymember Phara Souffrant-Forrest, representing the 57th District right here in Brooklyn. And I'm really excited to be here at the Brooklyn Hospital for this amazing announcement. As many of you know, I've spent a significant part of my life in hospitals, not just as a patient, but as a nurse. Healthcare and hospitals like this are close to my heart because I know how vital they are to the health and well-being of our communities. That's why I'm so proud to announce that the New York State Assembly will be contributing $1 million to replace the escalators right here at Brooklyn Hospital Centers. Now you may ask why escalators, but anyone who's been in and out of hospitals understand that accessibility is a big issue. And we need to support accessibility in infrastructures like a great center like this. And when we talk about healthcare, we often focus on the doctors, the nurses, the staff, but we can't forget the building, the boilers, the escalators, the elevators, what makes it work and tick. So as a nurse, I've seen firsthand how important it is for hospital environments to be well maintained and clean and efficient and welcoming. I've worked with patients who are dealing with the stress and anxiety of just recovering from their illness. And so this investment is about eliminating barriers, making sure that the infrastructure serves the patients and the incredible hospital staff. We also know that Brooklyn Hospital Center, thank you so much, Lenny and Gary, has been serving an incredible population, a diverse one, many whom are working class families who rely on this hospital for essential care. Ensuring that this facility is safe, welcoming, and equipped to meet their needs is part of the larger fight that we're engaged in, to make sure that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. Part of that is ensuring that the building, the infrastructure is in top condition, and we can focus on what really matters when that's right, and we can focus on the care. So this $1 million investment is just one part of the broader work we're making sure to ensure Brooklyn's healthcare system is strong, equitable, and responsible to the needs of all people. I've always believed that every New Yorker, no matter the zip code, deserves high quality care in a dignified and accessible setting. Whether it's in Crown Heights, Fort Greene, Bed-Stuy, or Clinton Hill, everybody deserves to walk into a hospital like this, and they should feel like they have a place in here. And so I'm proud to say that, Brooklyn Hospital Center has been a leader in that work. Lenny and Gary and all the wonderful staff here, your commitment to this community and serving all the people, regardless of their background or income, is inspiring. It's institutions like this that make my job easy. It's institutions that make this cutting checks easy too. So thank you everyone, to Brooklyn Hospital, to Gary, to Lenny, to the THBC board members, also for your continued dedication to the people in my district. Thank you also to the staff, the nurses, the doctors, the maintenance workers, everyone who make this place tick. Your work doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm proud to be here to support not only with this funding, but with the advocacy. Thank you so much.
So just before I bring up our president and CEO, it's important to highlight the comments that the Assemblymember just made. It takes a lot to keep this going. And off camera, we have our representatives from our environmental team. We have our Chief Operating Officer, John Phara. We have the members of his team to help keep this institution going every day. Next year, we'll be celebrating 180 years of existence, 180. Some of the facilities here are maybe not 180 years old, but they're 85 or 90. And so the work that they do is vital to that. But what all starts is at the top. Our president and CEO, Gary Terrinoni, is an advocate, healthcare expert, a subject matter expert. He's a tireless advocate for making sure that individuals who may not have the best care to healthcare receive it here at the hospital. Since his time here at the hospital, he has done tremendous transformative initiatives to help keep this hospital where it is. And the best is yet to come under his leadership. And it gives me great pride and pleasure to introduce our president and our CEO, Gary Terrinoni.
Thank you, Lenny. And I have to thank Lenny for sure, because I think he was really at the center of pulling this together. And of course, have to thank our local support and state senators and assemblywomen for doing a tremendous job. We can't tell you how important something like this is. I think, Phara, you said, it's just escalators, but if you know the hospital, you can't really, once you come into the main lobby, you can't really get into the bow of the hospital unless you go up the escalator. So it is the lifeblood of the hospital. I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. I'm very pleased to publicly and personally thank New York State and their emergency funding grant program. as well as the efforts of State Senator Jabari Brisport, State Senator Andrew Gounardes, and Assemblymember Phara Souffrant-Forrest in helping us secure these needed funds to fix our aging escalators. These escalators, as I said, the two sets that lift our community from the lobby to the floors with the main elevators and services, are the lifeblood for us, helping to move patients and doctors in and out of the hospital. Having them in good working order helps ensure a seamless path for new mothers, elderly patients, and those who may have disabilities or trouble walking. This funding makes a huge difference for all of us at the hospital and in turn for the community. I am so grateful to Senator Brisport, Senator Gounardes, Assemblymember Souffrant-Forrest for their advocacy and support as together we work toward keeping Brooklyn healthy. Thank you all so much for this wonderful day. Thank you.